All right, so we're picking up where we left off, and where we left off was we had left a question for you to look at. So it was 6x cubed minus 11x squared minus x plus 6, and this was all divided by, it's a horrible line, but all right, cool, 2x minus 3. All right, so we're going to do what we did before. We know the process, now we know the steps. We're going to divide by the leading term, which is in this case 2x. And that's going to be 2 into 6 gives us 3x into x cubed gives us x squared. Right? Now, what we need to do is we're going to multiply this quotient through by the divisor, and we're going to subtract. That's the process. That's all it is. It's going to be 2x times 3x squared, which you already know is 6x cubed. Negative 3 times 3x squared, which is going to be negative 9x squared. And then we're going to have our placeholder terms just so that we can subtract in line, right? So 6x cubed minus 6x cubed gives us 0. Negative 11x squared minus negative 9x squared is the same thing as negative 11x squared plus 9x squared. We already know this. When you subtract a negative, you're really adding. So we end up with negative 2x squared there as that sum, and negative x minus 0x is going to just give us negative x, and 6 minus 0 is just going to give us 6. And then we're repeating the process again, right? This should be a squared. All right, cool. So we're going to divide. This is our new dividend, and we're going to say 2x divides negative 2x squared to give, and 2 goes into negative 2 to give you negative 1, and x goes into x squared just to give you x. And then we're going to multiply through this new part of our quotient by our divisor, and we'll end up with 2x times negative x is negative 2x squared, and negative 3 times negative x is going to give us positive 3x, and we're going to have a placeholder constant here for subtraction, so we can do this in line, and we end up with negative 2x squared minus negative 2x squared gives us 0. Negative x minus 3x should give us a negative 4x, and 6 minus 0 again is just 6, right? So we're almost there, almost done with this process. We're dividing again, and I've gone too far, but let me just write this down because we're going to do that, right? So 2x into negative 4x is going to give us negative 2. That's such a thin negative line, right? So 2x divides negative 4x to give us negative 2, and then we're going to multiply again this part of our quotient by our divisor. We're going to get 2x times negative 2 is going to give us negative 4x, and negative 3 times negative 2 is negative times negative. Positive 3 times 2 is 6. And then when we subtract, because these two terms are the same, we should get 0, right? So negative 4x minus a negative 4x, 6 minus a 6. And again, what we can say here in this instance is that this term, 2x minus 3, which is our divisor, is also a factor. So we can say, therefore, 2x minus 3 is a factor of 3x squared minus x minus 2. Perfect. All right. So now that you're more comfortable with the division, again, we're coming across another question where the result of the division is that we have a remainder of 0. And again, this all builds up to us talking about remainder theorem and that special case of remainder theorem where our remainder is 0, or we have factor theorem. So these are all steps towards that process. I want you comfortable. I'm going to ask you to, not forget to like and subscribe. And I should have something more interesting for you in the next video in terms of a question. I want to challenge you a bit. So look forward to that, and hopefully you'll continue to watch these videos.